Is up, all of you awesome amazing people on YouTube? The old coot here, coming at you with another exciting comparison video. Cuisinart can opener versus the Hamilton Beach can opener. And I could have said a word there, but I didn't. But you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, comment in the comment section down there below. Anyways, Hamilton Beach has become my new favorite can opener, and I will explain why in this video. I used to have a Cuisinart, right? I call it a Squeezinart now because basically it was squeezing the can instead of actually cutting into it anymore. And I think what that has to do with is just angles and geometry, and like certain things just would not work. But as you can see there, the teeth on this Cuisinart are still pretty good. I mean, they look relatively like grabby and diggy. The problem was I noticed like certain cans, like cans of tuna, like chicken of the sea tuna, I would put it in there and it was like, okay, is this supposed to hit this one and this thing? Or is this supposed to hit both of them? And this? It just would not grab. It would not catch so that it could cut. It was spinning around sometimes. Other times it wouldn't even spin. It would just, I could hear these teeth grinding away on the top of the can or the bottom lip of the top of the lid of the can, if that makes any sense. And it just wouldn't grab. I don't know. But then I would put like a can of pinto beans in there and boom, it would just go and take off. So in my situation, I think like most people, when you spend the money, it should work. I mean, come on, especially like, a new product or whatever. I mean, I've had this thing for a couple of years now, maybe a few years, but still I've had that problem pretty much like within, 10 times of using it. So this one's done. Goodbye. Now let's talk about the new one. So this is the Hamilton Beach, right? As you can see, can opener. And by the way, now is a good time to hit that like button and also that subscribe button down there below. And if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments section. And also down in the description section, I did put a link to this new one, the Hamilton Beach can opener. As you can see, here's your product guide that comes with it and all that good stuff. There is a plastic tab that's in there for safety during shipping and all that good stuff. But anyways, the way that this one worked was you put your can in there, right? You lift this thing up, you put your can in there, and then you press down. So it was like a constant, like you had to hold it to get it to go, to cut from the top of the can down into the lid and cut around. Then you had that sharp edge. You had to lift out the lid. You get the idea. This one works a little bit differently. The way this one works is in the up position, which is where it's at now, is off. And then basically when you push down on it, it clicks and it holds in place. It holds your can in there and it goes around, and it actually cuts the side of the lip of the top of the can instead of digging into the can. So according to them, you're supposed to have like less sharp of an edge, which is better for safety. And also you can just lift the whole top of the can off, as opposed to having to dig in there and reach in and cut your finger and everything else. You get the idea. But the way this thing works is it's kind of like a grabby kind of a thing. So as I push down on this, right, I'm going to push down on this to show you what it looks like from the side. As you push down, see how this piece right here pulls the can into the can opener, right? Let me show you that. This is the open position. Now I'm going to show you it closing, and see as I close it, see that action right there? See that? Open, closed, open, closed. So as you close this thing, it actuates the motor, it turns everything on. Also, one thing that I noticed was, whereas this one only had like one set of teeth, so to speak, right? This is the Cuisinart, which was basically cutting these teeth here were digging into the bottom part of the lip of the can to hold it in place. This one, you get a pulling in motion, and also you get a set of teeth that hold it from the side. So as you can see right there, see how you have like two sets of gears, right? There's one gear that's kind of horizontal, and then there's one that's like a 90-degree angle, like sets of teeth I'm talking about. Maybe this will be a better angle to show you. So see how you have like two separate teeth. One set of teeth is like facing the camera. The other set of teeth is kind of facing towards the thing. Or facing towards the can opener itself. So as you push down on this, you're going to get a more grabbier type grab. Let me see, closed. There you go. And there's open. But anyways, I will go ahead and show you all. See, there's the actual, I believe that's how it actually presses in and cuts. Like the top of that thing actually cuts in and all that good stuff. But I love this thing because it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You basically put your can in. There's only one lever bar, like only one elevation or whatever that this can go to. So your can goes in, click the lip of the lid into place. You press down, that holds it in place, and it just spins around and cuts. One thing that I noticed was that when you do actuate it and you do turn it on, just make sure you do one full rotation and then stop it. If you let it go for another rotation, you will get a second cutting, and that second cutting could leave you like little slivers, little slices of metal that you do not want to get into your food, obviously, but also those little slivers may cut you. So one rotation is all you need. You'll hear a click or a pop and you'll know that it's actually completed a full rotation of the can, and then you're good to go. But anyways, just wanted to show everybody that. And let me show you all one more time just so everybody can kind of see what's going on in there. There's it from the bottom angle, right? So you can actually see. Let me try to get some better light in here. But as you can see there in the center of your screen, there you go. I'll hold that for a second. See those teeth that are in there? And also on the side. So you basically have a set of gears that are facing me and then a set of gears that are at a 90-degree angle to the can opener itself. Does everybody see that, right? Can you all see that good? Good and good and good. Okay, there you go. So basically what you're getting is you're getting a set of gears that are going this way, and then you're getting a set of gears that are going this way. And as you put your can in there, basically you have two edges, right? Like think of like a 90-degree angle. You have two edges where it's going to grab onto that lip or lid of the can and then slice into it sideways like this, like so, right? So if this was simulating the can, it's going to cut in sideways and then basically you just lift the whole lid off. Whereas this one, the Cuisinart, dug down into the can, and then you'd have to reach in there with like a fork or a knife, as I have handy dandy here. You have to reach in there with a knife and then lift off the lid, and it was a mess, and then you might cut yourself sharp edges. You get the idea. This one basically leaves smoother edges, and because it's cutting into the side of the can, you just basically lift the whole thing off and you're good to go. Anyways, if you do like what you're seeing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down there below. I'm the Old Coot, and I will catch you all on the next exciting video. Link to this is down below in the description.